So here's a question, something that I've run into a few times, where you go in to help people in leadership positions, that you're trying to help them to become the next best version of themselves, but they're very stuck in this is how I do things because this is how I do things. And this is how we've always done it. And they might be kind of hesitant to get a hold of something else, especially something that maybe is just very different from anything that they've done before. Have you had to work with clients that are maybe kind of initially hesitant to what you have to say? And if so, how have you brought them around?
So that's a great question. So the number one I've had where I was hired to go into a company, but the CEO was not going to be there. And I said, no, it's not going to happen. I sat with the CEO and I said, you need to do, and he wasn't doing it. And I'm not your person, because if I deal with everybody else and you're not there, it's going to create a problem. So I walked away. Okay. And was it bad for him? It was just how he was. He thought he was too busy and all that. With another company, another CEO wasn't doing it. And by sitting with him and then knowing his sequence, I was able to help him understand why he wasn't doing that and how by him being there would be a major plus for it. Once he was there, we shifted. We had 4 partners that they had a $60 million company and they were going to implode in 2 months. And when we sat together, they realized why they were so upset with each other. They made a lot of money and then things started dropping down. Once they understood each other's sequence and understood that there was no more judgment, but that's just how they were protecting themselves. Yeah. Then they started working together. Within 4.5 months, within 2.5 months, they saved $4.5 million. And now they're going into a much higher level. So the executive board, by understanding each other and why and how everybody's working, or your executive assistant or whatever, by understanding, you now have more empathy towards them instead of judgment, going, why are you not doing this? You're stupid or something? And the only reason is because there's saboteurs here, but that's your superpower. But they can say the same thing to you. They could have said the same thing to the other guy going, are you mute? Why can't you open your mouth and tell us what's going on, right? So we can all judge each other. But once you understand this whole sequence, now you understand they're just protecting themselves from each other.
So here's a behavior question then. Because a lot of times when we do things like that are subconscious, if we try to get around them, those behaviors will fight back subconsciously. Like, you're talking about this self-sabotaging trait. Do you ever find clients that have a hard time letting go of it? Like they're self-sabotaging, there's self-sabotage. And maybe that's a good way to put it. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because it's ingrained. And that's why our program is in 1 day, right? Yeah. Once they have it and they come back and go, this didn't work. And I'm like, because this, and this, and they're like, yeah. So what can you do to start doing this? And now we're seeing people more effective. It may take them 1 or 2 months, but they're seeing slowly improvements on this, right? Do we have people that can shift pretty quickly and start, but it all depends upon what the situation is. For instance, if you had a little cut, right? And like a paper cut. Now, it came to me, would I tell you to let's put some stitches? No, you're just going to let it happen and it'll go away faster. But if you have a gash or from surgery, it's going to take longer to heal. So when you understand your saboteur and you're using your antidote, what happens is it all depends on the situation. There are situations you'll shift immediately. We've seen relationships between husband and wife quickly shift, or children, right? But now your business, you've put a gash in your business, is going to take some time and you have to stay more consistent and things like that. I was just talking to a CEO that's done very well, and we were talking to him. He goes, I still find myself procrastinating and all that. And I said, yeah, and because you're protecting yourself, because I see that I'm getting back faster. So he's doing it faster, but he's seeing as soon as he goes into that self-sabotage, he knows exactly what to do. And if he doesn't do it, then he realizes these are my results, and then goes back into it. So like anything else, I do it myself. I've been doing this for 30-something years. I'll see, I may go into a certain situation, not wanting to do it, and then I have a choice. Do I want to get out of it now or come back to it in 4 hours and get to it? But now because I can see what I'm doing, why I'm protecting myself, because it's uncomfortable to do it. And how can I shift it with my antidote, and immediately I can get it done with the techniques and stuff that I've created for me that works for me. So that's why we have that program, so we can help people see it and understand it and get down to such simplicity. And that's why for 30 years, I'm like, this can't be this simple, but it is. It comes down to just one thing.